He's hanging! Save him! So, very much like her own life, her hair is an illusion. Hi everyone, it's me, Pink again, Pink the Most, Cat the Some, and this is now going to be my third video that I'm doing while dipping my toes into girl world. So, fun fact before I get started into this video, I had to record this video 2 separate days. I've recorded this video so many times because I keep rambling, and I have now made a skeleton of my talking points. If we're being honest, it's a very small, finite space of what she's done within this, I want to say, week. It is currently the 7th of February as I'm recording this, and about in this week, she's had a very interesting timeline, mainly because she's done both everything and nothing at all. So let's talk about Amberlynn Reed's. The first topic at hand is going to be her spiraling in that one girl's DMs on Instagram. I forgot her name, her full thing, but I believe it was Rosie. Rosie, I'm going to call her Rosie. She had left a comment on Tommy's Instagram. Now, I'm pretty sure at this point in girl world, everyone already knows this. We all know it. Comment was left. Amberlynn Reed then gets super fucking, like, jealous. I don't know what you describe that attitude as. I would say it was jealous. She was jealous that some girl ended up DMing what's-her-face, and then she just goes into her thing, like her DMs. Amberlynn Reed is a fucking loser. To DM, okay, first things first, I don't know how or why she specifically only DM'd Rosie about following and leaving a message towards Tommy. I think it's super fucking loser. Because again, if Tommy was going to talk to another girl, I'm sorry, Amber, why are you going to her? Why? If Tommy was a cheater, first things first, cheater knows what cheater knows. Amberlynn Reed has swore up and down that she's never been a cheater, but she is a serial cheater. Amberlynn Reed is so used to being the other woman. She's so used to not being the top prize, but like the second option, that I don't think she likes the idea that when she does become the primary choice, other people, even if they show friendliness, whether or not they were or weren't, she will start just getting super angry and just super defensive. Rosie, as far as I don't think Rosie should have left her a message, but you know, fair is fair. Her way of gaslighting and manipulating only works when you're stupid, because it doesn't work for people who are well adjusted within the world. You can't get somebody because her way of gaslighting and getting other people is so easily like brought down. Because again, in the whole like messaging, when Rosie had told her to stop bitching, basically, Amberlynn Reed, this is something that I don't like about Amberlynn Reed, and this is something that I don't like when it comes to anybody, when it comes to arguments. If we are having a back and forth and you know that we're arguing and I call you a curse word, don't sit there and say, I never called you a curse word. Okay, cool. That doesn't mean that you're better. You're still fucking annoying. Amberlynn Reed sat there and got upset that Rosie said, you're being bitchy towards me. You're the one being bitchy towards me in my DMs. She's like, wow, yeah, let's belittle each other. You went into her DMs. You were being fucking weird. You're lucky that's all she told you. Because Rosie had every right to look at you and be like, listen here, you fucking weirdo. I don't want you or your weirdo girlfriend either. Leave me the hell alone. Shut the fuck up. You don't make sense. You severely lack education. But no, she told you to stop being bitchy because you're being bitchy. She's out here being like, I don't care. Who cares if she was liking your videos from like 3 years ago? Who cares if this was going on then and da-da-da? Like, you evidently care. You care so fucking much. And you wrote this whole dissertation towards this random woman who you don't know because she left a nice message about your cat that you don't care about to a girlfriend who broke up with you. So the next topic that I want to talk about is the fucking boring videos. Here's the tea. They're all the exact same. Her last 4 videos have all been the same, of her sitting in front of like a wall. It's nothing that interesting. The most interesting video, I would say, was this latest one where it's literally where her girlfriend broke up with her. My girlfriend breaks up with me and I'm spiraling, and it's like, even that, it's so annoying because even in that video, it's literally her just talking about this stupid 10-day challenge that no one cares about. Nobody cares about the stupid 2,500 calorie limit that she's doing with no food expectation, because she had that with Weight Watchers before. and she like she didn't follow through, and then she gets broken up with. And in the middle of her breakup, she's still doing it. And I believe it was the Ankle who had brought this up, where they were like, this feels fishy because in every other breakup, it's been its own dedicated video. Every single breakup that she's had, it's been its own solidly dedicated video. It doesn't matter what was going on. It was full punctuation stop of her own emotions right then and there. I guess maybe technically it would make sense for her to basically not want to create a video, because we technically got that with the live stream. But even then, she would have created her own dedicated video at this time, and it would have not been this. She probably would have not even said she was spiraling, because Amberlynn Reed would not want to take accountability or ownership of saying like, oh, I'm really going through it, I'm fucking like spiraling. You know she wouldn't. So that smells a little stunty to me. That smells a stunt. I don't know about y'all, but I smell a stunt now. Her breakup at this point, it's very like, yes, no. I'm still on the belief that they fully did break up, but it's on flimsy standing now. Now, this is something that I really need to talk about, because this is something that I realized as I was watching it. Okay, now I don't know about how many of y'all knew this, but like chugging gallons of milk and just chugging stuff out of gallons, like milkshakes, protein shakes, and chugging milk, chugging all of that stuff is a part of feminism. Now, there's these two people who I've watched before. I believe their names are Mavis and Mutthead. Love them. You need to watch them. And they had made this video way before, like in the summertime, where they basically had said that Amberlynn Reed is a feedie. And that's why she liked Tommy. Because she wanted somebody to basically indulge in that fetish with her, indulge with that behavior with her, indulge her in that. And I'm more in the consensus of, yeah, that has to be it. That has to be fucking it. Because the way that she is drinking that fucking milk. Now, I didn't watch her actually, like, here's the thing. I don't know if she gulped. Y'all tell me in the comments down below. Did she fucking gulp that milk? Was she like with that fucking milk? But that's a fetish. That's something that it clicked for me when I was watching. I was like, she's fully just doing corn on her fucking video. Like, she's fully just doing it right there. And I don't care if I'm wrong, and I don't care if people are saying, oh, girl, you're doing too much, or girl, that's weird. I know she's liked milk. I know she's drinking it out of the fucking gallon. I don't care if the gallon is that big. I don't care if it was a pint of milk, a gallon of milk, the skinny little half gallon of milk. I don't care. It's there for a reason. That's there for the tease, not the swallow. You know what I mean? She's doing that shit on purpose, and you can't convince me otherwise. Like, it's right there. She's doing that shit as a sexual act. And a piece of me feels like either A, she's looking for another feeder, or B, she's trying to tempt Tommy. It's right there. I'm sorry. I don't know how else to compare it. I don't know what else to compare it to, because literally, how the fuck do you compare this specific fetish? How the fuck do you compare anything with that fetish? Another thing that I really want to bring up is her fucking hair. She says that her hair... First thing first, what the fuck was her equation when she said that she had had a hysterectomy and the crimper is what did it? If 2 plus 2 is 4 and 4 plus 4 is 8, how the fuck did we get to this? How would a crimper, after your hysterectomy, make your hair notably fried, damaged, tangled, matted, and thin? You don't get rat-like hair from a fucking... Like, yes, crimping can be bad for your hair. Excessive heat can be bad for your hair. I know my hair is a little frizzy right now. Maybe I'm talking too much shit. Her hair is massacred. And I feel like she needed to use her hair as a segue for her whole fucking, like, I've built up my stamina. And now I can stand for 45 minutes. That's not normal. And don't bring up the, well, I'm not a normal person. You are. We're all normal people. Yes, your body and your weight has become abnormal by your own fault. This is not a cosmic, random entity that has zapped you and now you cannot stand properly. Nothing made you not stand properly. Nothing has changed for you to not be able to stand for more than 45 minutes except for yourself. But to kind of boast about how I can stand up for 45 minutes now and be so smug about it. That's the thing that I don't get, is her smugness. She boasts about the most weird shit ever, and I feel like we're all people who can enjoy things about ourselves. I don't think a single one of us would ever boast about how we could stand up for 45 minutes because we built our stamina up. Yeah, no. So she does that stupid thing about her hair where she then segues. Because can we talk about this also? In this video, in one video, we get 2 fan encounters. In that video, you are telling me that she made a video that she got encountered at a Denny's at 3. You go to a Denny's at 3 a.m. and you're telling me that some dude, some old man, just walked up to you and said, "Excuse me, are you a YouTuber?" And your response is, "Yes, I am." And then you just walk away. Do you see how weird that is? Do you see how, like, unnatural that whole, like, conversation is? That's not a human interaction where someone just walks over to somebody and goes, "Do you do YouTube?" "Yes, I do." And then they sit down somewhere. Like, why did he not introduce his daughter? Because, again, she said it was an older man and some younger girl. And, like, why didn't he introduce her right there? And also, as they were walking away, how the fuck did Amberlynn Reid hear fucking this girl go, "Oh my god, she was so nice and she smelled really good"? Who? Now, I smash perfume on my body. I get people being like, "Oh, I love your fragrance." I think everybody can. She's trying to dispel the stinky rumors so fucking bad, but it's so unconvincingly so. Because, again, it would be like, well, we've seen you in public. Why have you never gotten that once in public? She's had all of these stories and all of these limericks about how her life, how people are talking about how beautiful she is, how young she looks, how great her hair, how great she smells, how great her hair is, how amazing her makeup is, how people are fawning for them. They're falling at their knees for the Amber. People are, "Please, Amber, I need you, Amber. I love you, Amber." She's recorded herself in public. Why have we gotten nary a single time with that? We've only gotten one time, I think, one instance in a casino, where she was, like, fucking playing skee ball, and she was like, someone went like, "Excuse me, are you Amberlynn Reid?" I can believe that. I do believe Amberlynn Reid has probably been told before, like, "Are you Amberlynn Reid?" But I highly doubt that there's even been a single person like, "She was really nice," or, "Oh, she smelled great," or people swooning for her, being like, do y'all remember the story where she was like, someone gave her $20? Just out of nowhere, they were like, "I love you so much, Amber. You're so hot. Here's $20. The humble smugness of her being like, "My mother has seen me multiple times with my fans." Ugh, I hate to call them fans. They're not my fans. They're like my friends, but they call themselves fans. All of you guys say you're my biggest. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Dozens and dozens of people have seen you. Not a single person has posted them has posted you on their Instagram. And babies are fucking losers with 2 brain cells. Which, quick, like, tangent. I love Hecticana. Great channel. Love you, Hecticana. Love you, King. But, like, I watched a video where some of the 2 Am babies reached out to him. Even the Am babies who understand that Amberlynn Reid is a bad person, you guys are fucking delusional. You guys are delusional, and you guys are fucking crazy. Because this is what I was talking about before. The people who relate with Amberlynn Reid do see themselves with Amberlynn Reid, but they use her to basically they use her for 2 reasonings. One is they see her behavior and see their behavior, and they see the mirror in it, and they're like, "You know what? I have similar things to her, but at least I'm not as bad as her. So I can forgive her because I do what she does, but I'm not on the worst end, so I don't have to defend it. But at least I know for a fact that I'm not the only one doing this behavior." And 2, they're using her bad behavior and seeing what she's doing and being like, "Well, I wouldn't want to be her friend, and I don't stand by what she did. However, I do understand this and this and this. Like her, I understand trauma and I understand this, and this is what." No. Which, actually, let's use that as a segue for her live streams, because let's talk about that. Beck releases their video. I would say that Beck was very kind and very honest, in my opinion, to the questions that were being asked. And you could tell because when there was one question, I think, where they said, "Did Amberlynn Reid smell bad?" Beck did not respond to that one. I personally took it as Beck has a little bit more couth than, I would say, Destiny. I don't think Destiny really gives a rat's ass. I think Destiny understands that she herself isn't... Ooh, my hair looks really bad like that. Let's put some of it in the front. I think Destiny understood that, like, they're not a good person and they're not trying to seek favoritism. They just want to talk shit. Which is why I kind of respect them for that. Like, honestly, you better work. But, like, Beck kind of even now looks a little more respectful, and they've said it right there. They're like, "I'm going to talk about my story." Beck has been the quietest, one of the quietest partners up until Feline. And now Beck is being honest, and here comes Amberlynn Reed. And this is why it's hard presses Amber, because Amber thought that Beck was, out of all the exes, Amber thought that Beck was the one furthest beneath her. But now that Beck is, one, vocal, and two, not scared, and three, gotten favor in the community, Amber hates it, and she hates the fact that Beck is getting the respect and honestly the angle for them to have their story to be told. She basically is making, from what they said and from everything I've seen, most of what she was talking about was about trying to dispel a lot of the rumors about what Beck said. Now, this is my issue about her saying that, is you don't get to say, I'm taking accountability. And I will say some of the things that Beck said was true. But a lot of it was lies. But I am taking accountability. A part of taking accountability is being able to say what you're taking accountability for. Like, it's not hard. It's not rocket science. And you can't say, she didn't even apologize. She did not apologize. And you don't get to say, I would like to give an apology. Would. Why would you like to? Why can't you just give an apology? An apology is about action. An apology only means so much because it is baseline. But an apology can only mean so much if there is no action behind it. And Amberlynn has shown no action, and her actions are speaking louder than her words. You don't want to apologize to Beck because you don't feel as if Beck is deserving of an apology. You feel like you're above Beck. You don't feel like you need to give Beck an apology because you feel like you are completely in the right. You didn't do anything wrong. Beck was always in the wrong. You didn't do anything rude. You didn't do anything that was harassing. You didn't do anything at all. It was the whole world against you. That's what happened. And you just can't believe that that is what happened. And it is affecting you so badly to the point that you are trying to, in a way, blame Beck without saying that you necessarily blame Beck. You're saying that a majority of what was said was lies. What was lies then? It's like what happened with Alexis. You don't get to say, well, I can say so much, but I'm just not going to do it. Don't sit there and be like, oh, well, I'd rather let people believe what they have to say about me and believe Beck because it's better for my mental health. What logic is that? That's horrible logic. Her logic is just so fucking stupid and none of it makes sense. And at this point, it's like, if you don't have anything to show or prove back. Also, another tangent real quick. I am so sorry. I know this is so fucking rambly. Let me pause. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I had to put on lip gloss and I had to watch some refreshers about her live stream. Because again, I'm going on stream of consciousness and I'm thinking, and as I'm watching this, three things. One, her hairstyle is so fucking bad and it pisses me off. Two, listen, I love ponytails. I really think ponytails are cute. I'm not against wearing ponytails. I'm 26 and I think ponytails are super cute regardless of what age. And I think anybody can wear it. She don't got the hair for that. She don't got the hair for that. She can't, like, no, come on, girl. There nary is enough hair on that scalp of hers to do those dumbass ponytails with the two little clips right there. With that ugly-ass plaid top, girl. That's a fashion no. Two, what a bitch. Like, I don't know if you guys seen any recaps or anything involving about her second life, but what a bitch. Like, what a bitch, dude. Like, like the way that she brings up, like, it was her talking about how Beck 7 years down the line has now made these videos that are now making money off of her, which is like, Amber, what have you done? You have made money using other people too. What are you talking about? You're not innocent. You've made money using other people's name. Okay, so then what about the video that I made about Zachary Michael? Zachary Marie? Miss Zach. You made a video involving them. And here you were. That's not you making money off of their back. That's not you trying to do anything after you call them an abuser and then you DM them. No, you're a fucking weirdo and you're a loser and you're a bitch. Like, especially with Beck, of how she publicly humiliated them, broke them down to them becoming the lowest common denominator within themselves. You brought them to the lowest point of who they were as a person, and you cannot look beyond yourself and think, wow, I really was a bad person. And I don't care if someone says, Well, how I was then to who I am now is I'm so different. Yeah, we all changed. But a part of that change is being able to accept and acknowledge that you weren't a good person and not just saying it. It's being able to admit to the behaviors. I can sit down and tell you guys I've not been a good person and I've done a lot of shit, even at my grown age, where I can look back and say that's fucking embarrassing. Amber's acceptance and acknowledgement and accountability is always, I guess I can accept it, but it's like, you'll accept what? We've seen how she lies, and we've seen how she accepts things. You can tell, and again, Salty Crab said it herself, because Amberlynn Reed said that when people were reporting what she had said, oh, well, you guys were reporting it wrong, and it's the fucking Salty Crab. She herself said it. She was like, I'm going to quote Amberlynn Reed, and I'm telling you this right now, Salty Crab, if you watch this, you could put a affirmative clip back and forth of what she just said, and she would still tell you what you said was wrong and you're taking it out of context. It does not matter what is being said. And we saw that. Remember, again, I'm pretty sure we've all seen the video of her reacting to her lying, where she at the end of it realizes, oh, I literally just got caught with my own lie because I said, oh, I never made it like a competition. And then the next clip, so yeah, the doctor told me a competition. He goes, oh, fuck. And you see the wheels turning in her head, and immediately she like says, oh, I just misspoke. This is the, like, no! No, 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 no. You're creating a fib and a farce and a lie. You abused Beck. You abused your partners and you made them, and it doesn't even have to be physically abusive. And just because you've been through something does not then say that you didn't you can't, and that other people's experiences with you are now invalidated because they didn't go through what you went through. It's so stupid. And Amberlynn Reed has this weird ass rule of, you know, I can go through everything. I've been through the trenches, but you have never been what I've been through. There's been so many people who have been through worse or been through less than Amberlynn Reed. And that does not equate them to being in the same level. That doesn't negate any emotion that they feel with personal interactions with her. She was emotionally abusive to Beck, and for her to be like, oh well, you know, why did it take like 7 years? And out of those, I was with Beck for 5 years. And for 6 months of those years, I was bedbound. So how would I be physically abusive? 5 years in 6 months? That's a drop in a bucket of water. I'm sorry for me being like a little bit on my soapbox right now, but that is so fucking repugnant to kind of take advantage of somebody who you know for a fact is like, that you mentally broke down, that you know is a caring individual, and you break them down to the lowest common denominator for yourself, and take that for yourself to then throw it back in their face and say that there is no way that you could have abused anybody, because how would you have been able to abuse somebody? Because you're just so, like, you were bedbound for 5 months, or 6 months, in 5 years. The math is still there. You could have done so much within 5 years. Do you know how much happened in 5 years? And I don't even know if they were together for 5 years. Like, I'm sorry. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. But even if it was just a year, 6 months, okay, yeah, you would probably you would have a little bit more, because that's still half a year. That's still half a year. There was 12 months in a year. And I don't think she even knows that. I don't think Amberlynn Reed understands what a month and a year is. And if I'm being honest with you, I don't even think Amberlynn Reed knows how many fucking months there are in February. How many days are in February. Oh my god, that was embarrassing on my end. In this point, silence means you're guilty, Amber. Period. You can say whatever you want, and your dumbass Am babies can say, oh, I feel like Amber had to defend herself all this time, or oh, people will never... Shut the fuck up. Like, you're such a loser. Like, I'm sorry, you're such a loser. And I'm sorry that your fave is an abusive, narcissistic loser, too, who has bad hair and even worse eyebrows. Also, sometimes I'm gonna be so real. When I say certain things about Amber, God, I'm afraid about sounding like fucking young, dumb honey bun, because what a fucking train wreck she is. Ugh. Ugh. If I become like young, dumb honey bun, shoot me, dude. Seriously, take me out back. I'm done. I do not want to be thick neck. Oh, God, no. That whole live stream was her basically just trying to be like, oh, no, I'm not. Like, again, smug. And this is like another thing. She said she's masking. I don't think Amberlynn was masking because she's stupid. Again, whatever happens with Amberlynn Reed and she's trying to sound smart or whatever, my main thing is always going to be she's too stupid to do that because she's stupid. I don't think she was masking. And that's another point where I'm like, did you break up with what's her name? Did you break up with Emily? Because why would she now suddenly be all like, and all like, like, why are you being like that? Like, everything's fine, dandy, everything's back to normal. You're not gonna try and be smug about shit. Everything's just hunky dory. This is probably gonna be one of the last notes that I have right now. Hopefully, this is everything that I have to say about this. Again, I'm sorry if I'm missing or anything. We're gonna put a pin in that because I want to also have a little bit of an epilogue. So please, if you're watching this and you made it this far, please stay till the end. Stay till the end. I think I said this in the first and in the second video. What I really do not like of what Amberlynn Reid is doing throughout all of this, and this is coming from someone who I think I am neurotypical because I do not have any psychiatrist or therapist or any diagnosis. So as far as I know, I am neurotypical, and I'm not going to self-diagnose. She's not diagnosed with BPD. She has not been formally diagnosed with BPD, as far as we know. She has not been formally diagnosed with anything. I think we can all agree, regardless of whether we like her or not, I think we can all agree that Amberlynn Reid definitely does have a form of trauma, a form of stunted growth, maybe even, I think it's called arrested development because of her youth and everything that happened. I think we can all agree with that she has some of that stuff. That does not excuse anything that she's ever done to anybody ever. It is not an excuse. Your mental health, your place in where your mental health is right now, the actions that you take, all of that is your own doing. And it can explain why you take certain actions, and it can explain why you might be feeling certain ways, but it's never an excuse. Oh, I didn't put up a timer for Beck, but if they told me they were going to be here, I needed to know. That's not an excuse. You're controlling. That's being controlling. Controlling behavior isn't any... Your controlling behavior should never be excused by mental health. You forming a volatile codependency on somebody should not be based solely on BPD. And it should not be the excuse using BPD by saying, I have developed an obsession towards one person, and that one person becomes my whole world. Codependency is not a form... That's not right. And you should not be using mental health to excuse the fact that you developed that obsession. You should not be using mental health to excuse your mental abuse towards your partners. You should not be using your mental abuse or your mental health to excuse and diminish your exes, saying that this is what you did to me and this is how you made me feel. And your response is, well, I didn't know what BPD was, so deal with it, get got, like, cope. That's what you're doing. You did these actions yourself, Amber. Like, there is no... you don't get to continuously blame other things, including your own mental health, and say, like, it wasn't me, it was because my BPD makes me do this, my BPD makes me do that. Because then, if that's going on, why are you mad at Alexis? Her BPD maybe made her go on a spiral too. Maybe Alexis went on a spiral, and that's why she released those dumbass shitty videos about you. Because if it's going to be a rule for you, everybody has to rule then. It goes for everybody. Sorry, Amber. But, like, no, I find it deplorable for her to have mental health be the excuse. Because there's so many people who may have BPD, who may have childhood trauma, who may have problems with food and weight gain and self-perspection. That's not a word. Self-perception. That's the word. So many people who will probably see a lot of traits that they have similar of Amber, but who aren't toxic people, who are good people, who do not like her because she's using something that they have, whether it's a mental health problem or a trait or any mental disorders, disabilities. I'm sorry if that's the wrong term. Anything like that. And using it and abusing it in a way to excuse their bad behavior, their shit behavior. Sometimes it's not about what's going... You don't have to have BPD to explain these bad behaviors. You're just a bad person. Amberlynn Reid, you are just a bad person. Your mental health, yeah, it could be shitty all you want, and it could be as horrible as it can be. You're still a bad person. The behavior that you did was bad. What you did was bad. Your BPD did not make you. You chose to do these actions. You chose not to get help for it. You chose not to get anything to help you out with anything. That's your fault. And you don't get to keep blaming everything. And that's why she got upset with people being like, you don't get to do that. You don't have BPD. Because she knows for a fact that people are going to call her out. She's like, who told you to clock my tea? Who told you to clock my tea? Your tea's getting clocked. You've been clocked multiple times. Alright, I think this is pretty much everything that I can talk about, really, because this is all that's kind of clicking in my brain that I really needed to say. I'm sorry if this is very thin. I might come up with more videos. I did want to say this for an epilogue. Since the last 2 videos, I've gotten a lot of views personally for me in those last 2 videos. And I just want to thank everybody who's watching and all the new viewers, all the new subscribers. Again, my name is Pink. Cat to some, Pink to most. I just want to thank a lot of you guys for watching this. I really do like doing these videos because I do like to rant. And I do like to talk a lot. And I do like to talk about this stuff because I have nobody in my real life who really watches Amberlynn read. And I don't know anyone really in, like, these little spaces in my circle who do watch Amberlynn read. So it's nice to kind of let this out somewhere, into the ether, basically. And I just want everybody to know that I do love making these videos, and I know right now that this is going to be consecutively my 3rd video coming out of Amberlynn read. And I do plan on making more, but I do a lot more videos, as you can probably see. I would love it if you do watch those videos as well. Because, again, I like to have my hand on mini-pots, and I like to do animations, I like to do art videos, I like to do, just kind of random, whatever the hell videos. I like vlogging, I like doing everything. Because I really do like video editing, and some of them are a little more heavier in the editing. Those take me a lot of time. And I want to try creating more and more videos, because I really do like video editing, and really do like doing this as like a nice hobby. Again, thank you all so much for watching this video. Leave your opinions, leave what you want to talk about. We can have a discussion down below. And again, thank you all so much. I'm sorry if I sound so sappy or so cheesy. I'm just very dramatic. I'm a Leo. But again, thank you again all so much for watching. I hope you all continue to watch more videos. Oh, I get to sound like a real YouTuber now. Please comment, share, like, subscribe. And I'll hopefully come up with more videos coming soon, because I don't have a schedule, because I should not be trusted with responsibility. My name is Pink, Pink to most, Cat to some, and I'll see you guys in the next video.